Howdy all, welcome to Lax Lives. I'm Lakander, and this is Lack Plays Feed the Beast Test Pack, please ignore. Oh, these guys are funny. Uh, so I'm on my server here, and there's a couple other guys on, and we were talking. I told them I was going to record, and they're like, does that mean we can't talk? I'm like, no, talk away, just a warning not to, reveal any personal information. And so he's like, you mean like my social security number? Yes, precisely. Don't reveal your social security number. That was funny. Made me laugh. So I have been working on my base while in between recordings, and this isn't too much bigger on the outside, I don't think. I may have added that since last time. I don't remember. But did some balconies to make it easier to move around. And mostly just wanted to, make it easier for me to jump up and down between floors. I moved my cabling around a little bit to allow this cable in. And out here with my windmills, I added a few more generators, and then tied them into the tree farm so that it can fill them up with charcoal. Although I've been using my stuff, so it is got to fill back up with charcoal. I took a bunch of charcoal out of here earlier today, and so it has to fill up this barrel first, the way I currently have it set up, before it can fill up the generators. And so, yeah, it's drained the generators out pretty much, and has just now gotten the barrel back full so it can fill back up the generators. So machines, yeah, I added a whole bunch of stuff since last time, I think. If I remember right, last time we had the Ender IO smelter here. I've replaced that with an induction smelter from thermal expansion. I'm sure everybody's familiar with thermal expansion. This expansion, there we go. And so I've got a few machines out of here put up. Mostly I just added in the induction smelter, which is Invar and some copper gears and bucket and redstone reception coil, which is just the gold reception coil again. Invar, if you've never made it before, is just made from grinding up silver and... No, I'm sorry. It's ferrous. Grind up your ferrous ore and iron, and it's 2 iron for each ferrous. And the induction smelter is used to combine two metals. And I actually have something here that I want to combine. So I ground up some gold and some silver because I need some electrum. And so this is a great example. Put in my silver, put in my gold, and it's just going to combine the two and turn them into electrum ingots. That's all it's really for. I need the electrum ingots because I want to upgrade my conduit, and to upgrade my my conduit, I need hardened glass, which is lead and crushed obsidian. So you run your obsidian through your pulverizer, and you get right here, pulverized obsidian. You just put that in the induction smelter with lead bars, and you get out hardened glass. And then with this electrum, I can use the electrum in the hardened glass to make conduit. But we've got a couple other things to look at today, so if we have time to get to that, I will. But I've got a bunch of stuff I've done, so I want to show it all to you. And then magma crucibles and fluid transposers. I use these quite a bit. I actually need to set up some more magma crucibles, at least 1 or 2 more, but that'll be out on the landing there with the power supplies. And so the magma crucible takes nether brick. I went into the nether, I got some nether brick, and copper gears, the gold redstone reception coils again, machine frames, leadstone energy cells. These things can be used to hold RF, and so if you need to transport RF, you can actually use these to do that with. But it's just a redstone block and 4 glass and some lead ingots. And oh no, that's for the frame, and then you have to combine it with some other stuff. And so I just needed the frame See, leadstone energy cell frame. So I didn't bother to get the other stuff for that. And then the other thing I did was the fluid transposer, and that's just bucket, some glass, a machine frame, couple of copper gears, a redstone reception coil. Pretty standard for thermal expansion. And so what these do is the magma crucibles used to melt things. And so you can see here I have destabilized redstone. And so it hooks up to the RF, and you just put in your redstone, and it melts it into liquid redstone, basically. And I've got one here for this one melts ender pearls, and then this one was set up to melt glowstone. Redstone's used for energy conduits. Resonant ender here, which is melted ender pearls, is used for tesseracts, which I haven't got to yet. And then glowstone is used to speed up your item ducts. You just take your item duct, you pop it in the fluid transposer. Let's go ahead and do one here so you can see what this looks like. In fact, I'll just put a whole stack in. I don't think I have a stack worth of glowstone here, but you just take your conduit, you put it in here. Oh, well, let's look at this too. This little bucket here allows you to toggle which direction things go, fill or empty. Empty means to pull it from the tank and put it in the item, and then fill means to take it from the item and put it in the tank. So we're going to put it on empty, and then I'm going to drop these in here, and then you can see it just fills up. And then on the bottom I get my impulse item duct, which is extremely high speed, like nearly instantaneous travel time. And so usually I switch to those after I get going and have a good supply of glowstone. It's not really necessary, it's just something I do. Now this should have my, I said I was going to wait, but I might as well just do it now while I'm standing here. So I've got my electrum. We'll split those in half. We'll do the hardened glass. You get this redstone energy conduit empty, and then you drop that in your redstone fluid transposer. I mean, you don't have to use 3 or 4 different ones. You could easily set this up to, because you can change which direction it outputs, and so you could just change your magma crucible to output in different directions. But I like to just keep throwing in ender pearls and whatnot when I get my hands on them. So, yeah, so that's kind of an easy way to get your redstone and all that. And then ender pearls. I wanted to look at ender pearls real quick. I've got my ender lilies here. I made some in-stone, and I want to show you how to do that, only I don't have the materials for it, so we're going to go swipe some. This is how I did it in the first place. We're going to go swipe some stuff over here. I have not used magical crops before, and so while looking at redstone, someone told me a redstone in-stone. I said, man, I can't wait to open the end so we can get some in-stone. These are magical crops, and you can make stuff. That's a Thermalcraft golem. Oh, you can see he just knocked off the kind we're actually gonna look at here. What they do is you can make these ender magical crops, and so these ender essences, it grows, and then it gets this little bud on the end, and then you knock the bud off, and it makes this ender essence. If you take 8 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then we'll fly back to, oh, I've got my torchlight stuff on because I was building. Let's fly back to base over here, and then we can look in here. I just finished adding this balcony here so that I could fly up, and because I just put a roof on this place, so I could fly up and get in here to my inventory room. I guess we'll look at this extremely quickly before I show you the ender essence thing. Just bunch of barrels full of stuff, so that I can easily find my stuff. I love using these because you can pull out one item at a time, and so I like to shove as much stuff into them as possible. Plus, I can see how much I have just at a glance. And these are this is ender. What's this stuff? Essence dust. And so with the essence dust, you keep combining it until it becomes the right thing, and then you'll eventually get this ender essence. And then you take the ender essence, and if you do this with 8 of them, you get an ender pearl. But if you do this with 4 of them, you get end stone. And so I totally stole 8 of these from him. Well, I just stole another 8. It's not like he's going to miss them. He's got dudes harvesting them for him. So where's my ender pearls? There we go. And so I got Instone from him. And I'll probably set up some of those ender pearl things because I hate getting my own ender pearls. I'd much rather harvest them from crops. Uh, and I don't know how many of those essences you have to mine because they do come out of the ground. You do mine this stuff up, and I don't know how many stacks it takes to make 8. But I know it takes a lot because you have to keep condensing it down until it becomes the right size. Um, all right, I think that's all the thermal expansion machines I made. So really, I only made 3 different expansion machines. And then I've also been working on my industrial craft. And it's totally not a space in there. Industrial craft. Okay, let's fly out around the building first before we look at the machines. So down here, all I did was added a bunch of generators, right? And I know we just looked at this. And then this is gold cable. I use gold cable because it's different cable allows different amounts of power. And I believe the gold cable is like 2000 volts. I could be wrong. You know what? I think you can actually just look and it will tell you in NEI. Let's find the cables in here. There's a lot of stuff right here. It is. Oh no, it's only 512. Sorry, it's 512. These cables will handle 512 EU a tick energy. Sort of. They handle more than that, but they won't handle it in bigger than. Well, that can't be true because this thing outputs at. Oh no, this outputs at 512. Yeah. So this will handle 512. This thing here is an MFE, and let me see if I can find it on the list real quick. It'd probably be faster if I just type this stuff in, but hey. Oh, I thought that was it right there, but that's the other part to it. Right here it is. An MFE. An MFE takes 4 gold cables and energy crystals and a basic machine casing. And then the MV transformer is a machine that's used to reduce the amount of power coming out of something like an MFE. So an MFE outputs at 512. What we're about to do is build a machine that takes 128. So this MV transformer takes the 512 and turns it into 128. Sort of. It's not really the way machines work. So, so it's like when I do these, right? So this is my cable comes in from outside. These are LV transformers, and they transform the energy into 32 EU per tick. And then these are all bat boxes. Now, right now downstairs, I'm doing about 80 EU per tick. I've got 8 generators, so when they're all going, it's 80 EU. Of course, I don't have enough fuel in them to all of them be running. And so this makes sure that it turns into 32. This can transform 128 EU into 32. So if you are producing more than 128, then this will explode. And I actually had one of my machines explode because I accidentally had 2 of these transformers hooked together and touched it with the wire while trying to move some stuff around, and it caused my machine to explode. So you got to be careful because too much electricity will cause industrial craft machines to explode. I call it electricity, I mean EU. And so I've been building my industrial craft machines. There's a few that you got to have. Now, the reason I'm using gold cabling for power transfer isn't just because it transfers at 512. It's also because you get 4 wires per gold ingot, unlike tin or copper. And but the trick is that you can't make this by hand, and so we have to have a machine called the metal former. And the metal former, where are you on the list, buddy? Metal former. This would be really much faster if I just typed in. Well, let's look at what you look like. All right. So you got to be like, nope. You got 2 windows on the front. That's the one I looked at, right? You're not that one. There you are, metal former. And so that's 3 of these coils, the toolbox, this electronic circuit, and a basic machine casing. Basic machine casing is 8, um, 8 iron plates. These coils are 8 uninsulated copper cables around an iron ingot. And then the toolbox is 5 bronze item casings with a chest. Now, you've seen me make item casings before, like with 10, and it's just taking a plate and hitting again with the hammer. The metal former here, though, has got this button here. Right now it's on rolling. That means to turn things into plates. Or if you put the plates back in, then you get out casings. If you click the button again, it becomes cutting. If you put in plates like copper or gold or tin, then you get out cable. Or you can just have it make straight up cable, extruding. And so that's one of the ways you can get your plates, and it's one of the ways to get cabling. And so if I want to make gold cabling, I switch it to extruding. I put in a gold bar, I get out four ingots. And then you gotta have rubber, and it takes 2 rubber for gold wiring and 1 rubber for tin and copper. You've seen me make tin and copper wire before. Another machine I made was the automatic compressor. Compressor, automatic compressor, they're the same machine. And it's just 6 stone, an standard casing here, basic machine casing, which is the 8 plates, and then an electronic circuit. All right, and this thing is used to compress things. And I was going to show you compressing things, and I don't have anything to compress. And then the automatic extractor. What does that thing look like? It's got a big glass front right here. Extractor, automatic extractor. It's casing, circuit, and tree taps. And what this does is it lets you turn 1 resin into 3 rubber instead of 1 resin for 1 rubber. And then the plate bending machine. The plate bending machine is a machine that just turns things into plates. It also lets you make cells, which we will need later. Why don't I see you on this list? Because you're not Industrial Craft, are you? You are Gregtech. Alright, I'm going to start typing these in. Plate bending. Plate bending machine. Now this one's a little more complicated to make. You can make 4 pistons, 2 electronic circuits, a conveyor module, which is 2 electronic circuits, a RE battery. I use the iron plates because I can't make aluminum yet, and then 3 glass. And then you also need 2 compressors, which we just looked at how to make the compressors. And it allows you to bend plates. It's a little faster than the metal former, I think. But it also allows you to make tin cells, which we're going to need later. And then the macerator. The macerator is similar to the pulverizer, and it grinds things down. It can be set up to be faster than the pulverizer. Right here. And you can see it uses an advanced circuit, a standard machine casing, 4 flint, and 3 diamonds. Now, when you've seen me do like the advanced circuits before, you saw I had to use the mortar in my inventory to make the crushed lapis to be able to do my circuit. The macerator actually crushes down the lapis and the rubies and stuff that you're going to need. In fact, let me drop down here. When we looked at the MFE, you saw that one of the things it used was energy crystals. Energy crystals are made from crushed rubies and redstone. You take 1, 2, 3, 4 rubies, and let's just fly up the outside here because this is a little faster. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 redstone, and the redstone goes in like this, and the rubies go in like this, and there's my energium dust, and then that comes down here and goes in the compressor, and then it will come out as an energy crystal. Now another thing you can do that I had to do let's look real quick, is we're going to need, for my next little project here, which I plan on doing right now, we're going to need advanced machine casings. This thing right here, advanced machine casing. You can see it's a basic machine casing with carbon plates and advanced alloy. Carbon plates are the compressor that we just looked at on raw carbon mesh. Raw carbon mesh is raw carbon fiber, two of them. Raw carbon fiber is none of these are the way I made it. Am I missing a recipe here? Okay, none of those are the way I made it. If you just take 4 coal dust and it makes one of these, and then you need 2 of these to make one of these. So you get like 16 out of a stack of ground coal, either in the pulverizer or the macerator. And so you can see I did like 3 stacks of, it's not even 16, is it? I did 3 stacks of coal. So it's 8. You get 8 per stack of coal. I did 3 stacks of coal to get 24 carbon plates. And then the next thing we're going to need is advanced alloy, which you need mixed metal ingots for. There's dozens of ways to make this, but when you're starting off, there's really only one way. Iron, bronze, and 10 plates stacked on top of each other. I guess you could do zinc if you wanted. And then that makes the mixed metal ingot, and then you put that in the compressor. So I had to compress a lot of things to get to where we're at now. All right. So the next thing I need is a... oh man, I didn't make the connections for it. Oh, let me drop down here and see what we've got. I totally forgot to make... I know I've got some tin. I don't have enough for what I need to do. Great. That's fine, I guess. So let's grab a... oh, I don't... Yeah, I do. 1, 2, 3 of these. I'm going to need an iron ingot. I'm going to need... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to need some tin here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Counting with lac. I'm also going to need some rubber, but we'll have to go to a different floor for this. So go up to this floor. And so here's where our plate bending is going to come in handy. I need some plates. And while those plates are going on, I need some extruding. So you extrude those. I'm going to fly up and get some... Whoops. I totally smashed right in the bottom here. Get up here. I need some rubber. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rubber. Alright. Let me out, please. I forgot. Oh, you know what? Let's drop down a spot here, though. I also need this gold cable and maybe some more gold cable. Oh, I don't have any room. I got too much stuff on me here. I don't need these bars. I don't need any of this stuff. So give me this. I probably get by with just the 1 gold cable, actually. Wrong floor. Down 1, please. Oh, I was trying to turn off, smashing into the ground. Thanks. So this is crushing up my tin. And then this is extruding my... Yep. And then I need you to do up these 2 tin extruding. This thing's about done with the plates. Now if I put the tin back in, it will take 2 of those plates to make a tin cell, which is not what I need. Come on, hurry up. You can actually add items to increase how fast this works, but it also increases the amount of power it's going to use. I've got 8. That's only 2, though. I need more than that. So you change this to rolling, and then we're going to turn these 10 plates into... I don't have any redstone. Normally, when I build a base, I don't build something fancy like this. Not that this is particularly fancy, but I don't build something elaborate, I guess, like this. I just build a big box on the ground so that all my stuff is together. And so, all right, 10. I need 5 of those. All right, and then what I need is I actually need. Well, no, we can do this other thing here first. Iron ingot. Iron ingot surrounded by copper gives me a copper coil. I need 2 of these cables, and we need. Whoops, that's the wrong set of spruce wood. We need the spruce wood like that. That gives me the LV transformer, which will go here. And then you can see the connector on the back there. This little 3-prong means higher energy, and then the one holes here are the lower energy. So you just want to make sure your 3-prong is pointing the direction your power is coming in. And then, are you done with those? Thank you. And then I need 1, 2, 3 of those. And we do this, and I've got way more than 3 of those, but I only need 3. Give me 3 RE batteries. One of these days, I'm just going to make a whole stack of those things. And then we do the wood, which gets me my my bat box. Sorry, I'm getting all turned around here. Oh, I should have stacked that up on top there. Let me go ahead and stack this up on top. Wrong wrench, isn't it? All right, let me get the correct wrench. I've never played this game before. There's my wrench. Man, I really wanted to get to that next project here, but I don't know if we're going to have time. I had so much new stuff I did since last time. We're going to get time. You pick this up. Oh, great. Now you've probably spun this thing around the wrong way. Yep. That's my fault. I clicked too many times. Where's my gold cable here? Grab this thing. Okay. LV transformer goes, that's the bat box. LV transformer goes here. Yep. Gold cable. And then from the front, I put on my bat box. And then, okay. Now that I have the power, what we need to make is something called a wire mill. Wire mill. Nope, apparently it's all one word. Wire mill. This is used to make wire as well as some other things, and so it is 4 brass plates. Brass is, what is that? It's zinc and copper. All right, so you put zinc and 3 copper, and you get brass. You'll get four brass out of it. And so we need the 4 brass plates. We need an advanced machine casing. We need one of those conveyor modules we just looked at. We need 2 circuits and a diamond. I have all of that on me except for the casing. And so we just need to put our 2 of those and 2 of these. Advanced machine casing, diamond, conveyor. 2 circuits, like so, and 4 brass plates. Bam. Wire mill. All right. It's a 32 machine. It's going to go on here because the next thing we need is we want to make these cupro nickel things right here. Cupro nickel dust is nickel and copper, or ferrous and copper. All right. What's the same thing as bronze, actually? No, it's not. Zinc is brass, is what I was thinking of. So I need, I didn't make this stuff up ahead of time. What did that say you got? 2? Yeah, all right. So I need a copper and 2 copper and 2 ferrous. They're up here. All right. I do not have these in dust form at the moment. So we need to drop down a couple levels here. And we'll go ahead and run this through the pulverizer. I'm going to turn this down so that it can turn them into dust for me. Ooh, we're probably gonna run a little long in this episode. What we're gearing towards here is the oh, I probably should have looked. This is what we're gonna build, and it takes 3 per. Yes. I need more. We're gearing toward the industrial blast furnace so that I can make steel. There's a few different ways to get steel. We tried it with that other method last time. It didn't work. So I've got all that steel dust downstairs I can't even use yet because I need some kind of smelter. And so the industrial blast furnace is something I'm going to need anyways, so I might as well go that. Actually, don't I just have like a whole bunch of steel right there? Um, okay, that was, I need 12. I'm going to get, well, let me check, make sure. Copper and ferrous gives me, yeah, so I've got 4 out of 2 of each. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can run this through the Macerator too, which is just down a couple levels. Macerator. The problem is I find the Macerator to be kind of slow in its current form. So why don't you go ahead and do that? I'll drop down a level here. I need to put in those elevators from Open Block. Those things are awesome. I should probably figure out where I could put those in. And then you can just jump up and down between levels, which is pretty sweet. Alright. There's that. We shoot up here. Whoop. Nope, I went up too high. Sorry. We go here. Are you done yet with your... No, see? Look at that. It's so much slower than the other. Alright. Well, let me... I don't have a furnace on this floor, actually. Oh, man, I was going to grab it. I didn't grab it fast enough. Okay, well, let's make some of the other stuff while we wait here. We need 3 advanced casings, which apparently I grabbed way too much iron for what I was doing. We need 3 of these, like so. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, you know what? I know what the rest of that is for. I just screwed up badly. Oh no, wait. I can fix it though. Give me this. You turn back into ingots, and then you bend me up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I just need 3. You bend me up 3 plates. You finish with my pulverized ferrous here. We will drop down here, and let's go ahead and combine these. Ferrous and copper should give me... Oh, no. You know what? You'd think I'd never made this machine before, as much problems as I'm having making these cupro-nickel things. I still need one of these and one of these. I don't need that much. I don't need that much. This is going to give me 2. I need... Yeah, I just need one of these. I need 4 of those things. I don't know why I was thinking I only needed 3. I need 4 of those. So you go ahead and grind me up a ferrous ingot and a copper ingot. It's so much faster than the Macerator when it first comes out. The Macerator can be made much faster, like I said, with the upgrades. Oh no, see, I do need to run those other 2 in there. Ferrous copper. Good thing I accidentally grabbed those. Oops. Can I have that, please? Copper, ferrous. Turn them into plates for me. Or not plates, ingots, you give me the plates. Oh, yeah. No, I need these as plates too. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, I stuck it in the macerator. Ugh, just somebody push me over, I tell ya. 4, 5, 4. I keep sticking things in that macerator, thinking it's the plate bending machine. It is never the plate bending machine. That's the plate bending machine right there. Turn those into plates for me, please. All right. Now, the reason being is that I need I need actually 2 electric furnaces. But to make the electric furnace, I need the iron furnace, which is made with iron plates. And so I need those iron plates, 5 for each furnace, for this to work. All right, and you're already done with my cupro-nickel ingots. We can grab those out of the furnace. We take them back up here. I'm gonna, whoa, no, stop coming up to the wrong floor. Problem is that balcony's like brand new, like right before we started filming. And the wire mill is gonna take them and it's gonna turn them into, I can't count. I only needed 12. I've made too many. 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I've got extra 4 cupro-nickel. Should have made all this ahead of time. Should have just been ready to shove it all together. I wanted to show how to make it. And as you can see, I don't know. I can't manage it. Anyways, furnace. 1, 2, 3, or yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then those go in here, and then they get a couple of circuits. I'm using the mechanism circuit just because I had a whole bunch made up. And there we go. 2 automatic E furnaces. Let's look at the recipe. Industrial. Because I think the next thing I need is actually I need this is what I'm going for. I need 4 of these. I need 2 of those. I need the advanced machine casing. These have got to be induction furnaces, so I'm going to need 14 copper, which I didn't grab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Let's go ahead and send a stack of coal into the pulverizer while we're at it too, because we're going to need that as soon as this blast furnace is ready. I apologize for the extra long episode, but I had too much stuff to talk about today. Okay, now these are done, and I got my copper, so 7 copper and 2 automatic E furnaces and 2 advanced machine casings gives me the induction furnace. And then that was induction furnace. We've got the 4 cupro-nickels. We've got the advanced machine casing, and then we've got 2 circuits. Bam. And that gives us the industrial blast furnace. Now, the industrial blast furnace is an interesting machine. It's our first multi-block machine that we're going to put up, and this is standard machine casing. Standard machine is 8 iron plates to make a hull, or make a basic machine casing, and 6 iron plates around the outside with 2 electronic circuits gives you 4 of them. You need 32 of them to build the outside to start with. Now, if you have another source of steel, then you can skip the standard machine casing and go on to reinforced machine casing. I do not have another form of steel, so this is going to be the thing that makes my steel. It uses 128 EU per tick, So that's why I've got the MV transformer and the MFE down there. The MFE stores 4 million EU. The bat boxes that I have up here store 40,000. So the MFE holds a lot. There's actually a step in between called the CESU, which is made out of bronze and is 128 volt or 128 EU output. And I don't know what it holds because I didn't make one. But you make this standard machine casings, and it's three wide, 3 deep, and 4 high. The center blocks, like center of this and the center of this, are empty. Although if you put lava in them, which I did, then it will increase the temperature on your blast furnace by, like, I forget how much it increases, but it's extra heat anyways, because we need to get this thing up to 3,000 degrees, and that's why we switch out the machine casings to the higher level ones, because we want it to get up to 3,000 degrees minimum eventually. To start off with, though, I'm going to pop this down. You can see that little red flashing light means it's checking to make sure the casings behind it are correct. If you make one of the or one of the Gregtech advanced machines like this, and you plop down the controller and you right click on it, on the right hand side you're going to see a little grid like this, and this tells you what you have to have. And so you can see it's got 4 white blocks. That means standard machine casings. Or not 4, that's 9, and then 8, and then 8, and then 9 again, and then in the middle they got the little red. If it's water, it will be blue. If it takes reinforced machine casings, these will be a dark color, dark blue, I think, or gray. And then this green one means control. And so the control has to be in the middle on the bottom for this to work. And you can see heat capacity 1520 Kelvin. Like I said, I want to get it up to 3,000. It's going to require us to go through a couple of versions of the casings. And then once this is done, we'll be finished pretty much. I just want to get this started before we log off here. But it's this is the first of the big machines from Industrial Craft. I'm a huge fan, or from Gregtech, I mean. I'm a huge fan of the Gregtech machines, especially the industrial grinder, which we're going to make eventually. As you can see, I don't really have enough room for another big machine in here, so we'll probably have to go up a floor to put in some more machines, because we still need the implosion compressor. Oh man, we just had another asteroid strike. I hate those things. Right there. See that right there? That pile of stone that just plopped down? I hate those things. Ars Magica, your meteorites are terrible. Just letting you know my opinion. I hate them. Oh yeah. We're waiting on that coal. Oh no, I grabbed the coal. Right? I did not grab the coal. Now I've got the coal. Alright, so to make... Oh no. Oh no. I goofed around so much I ran out of power. Hold on, I gotta swim to the surface. I mean, hey, if we're gonna take extra time, we might as well take as much as possible, right? I really need a better way to get this surface. I need to get some wool. If I've got... I need like 16 wool, and I can put an elevator to get up here. Because I've got the ender pearls now. But let's go ahead, we'll run up the stairs. I have to go all the way to the top to get some iron, and then back down to the industrial blast furnace. Alright, I need a stack of iron. But yeah, we're going to make the implosion compressor. We're going to make the industrial grinder. Those are the two... I think those are the only 2 other big ones that I normally make. But to make my steel requires carbon, and so we get that from our pulverized coal, and then iron. It takes us 2 coal for every ingot to make it into steel. It's not a fast process by any means, and some of the things that you put in this machine are slow, like 240 seconds to cook. And it takes 128 EU per tick as long as this is cooking. If it loses if it loses EU at any point, this sits back to 0. So you can't run out of power and then pick back up where you left off. It has to have a constant source of power for it to work. And that's why down here on my cable floor, I've got the MFE, which holds 4 million EU. It should be enough to cook through that stack of steel. And then I'll have to let it, earn back up before I run another stack of steel through it. So, all right, I think I'm going to call it here. I'm going to need another 3x3 and a 3x3. So there is enough room on this floor to put both of the other big machines. The problem is that both of those machines actually hang down. The industrial grinder, the control goes in the middle of the 3 layers, and the implosion compressor, it goes on top of the layers. And so I'm going to have to make sure there's enough room down here. Well, I could probably put the grinder right on top of this implosion compressor, or the blast furnace here, and then I'll probably put the implosion compressor on this side because it's going to hang down. Well, no, it might not be able to because it'll want to hang down 3 levels and I won't be able to get my stairs. I don't know where I'll have to put that thing. Maybe I'll put it right here in the middle. But we'll figure it out. So, all right, click like if you like, subscribe, be sure to catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.